this is the Cabelas, I think it's a 6x6 insulated ice fishing hut. Setup time is super quick. It comes out of this giant bag that just fits so easily into. Unlike every other tent bag where you're kneeling on it to get it to go in, you're trying everything to suck all the air out. This thing, you lay it in there and you fold the sides up a little bit, and it's quite simple. There's tons of extra space in there. Doesn't matter which end you put in first. The pegs are in here somewhere, maybe in the truck. But let me show you how you set this thing up here, super quick. Alright, so here we go. Let's set this baby up. Grab a tie, pull. Gloves don't make it that easy. Unless you can get your fingers in there. These are wide straps. It's just a matter of getting your fingers in initially. You're done. That's almost it. You know, you got a bunch of wind. Of course, put your screws in. They give you a really nice screw system. Give you a nice bag. The other four are in the truck, but they give you a bunch of these, very hefty. They do work in dirt, and I've tried this thing in summertime as well as winter. So they work in dirt, but if it's, you know, kind of muddy and squishy, it's not that gonna be that great. But they still work. Wintertime they're great. It's when the soil is nice and hard, you can really dig it in. They're meant for the ice, of course, but you know, they're really nice though. A nice bag so you don't, you know, cut yourself, and keep them all in their own little pockets. Nice. Let me show you inside. Here we go. There's two doors, two entrances. There's one there, there's one on the opposite side. Let's get some light in here. We also got four windows. They can be rolled up and tied in the back. There's little eye hole hooks. These screens come off in case you actually want some airflow, or you want to vent some air as well. You also, and I'm about 5'8.5" or so, and I'm standing quite comfortably with lots of room. I got another, I don't know, 8 inches or so above my head, directly in the center space. We got 2 more windows. Same config. These screens can both come off. There's some nets here, which are okay. I've had better. If you put clothes in there, they're gonna eventually sag down to the bottom, and they sometimes fall through. There's one for each side, which is nice. I've used this thing for a few years now, and the only complaint is it's not waterproof, but obviously it's a winter tent. So when it rains, I'll just put a tarp over top of it, and we're good. There's also some hooks and stuff. If you want to hook these to here, you can hook the flap back and have it hang a little bit. We have a port here for airflow. I think there's a second one, yep. Pop those open. It's kind of nice. There's a pocket over here, a generous pocket, and one over there as well. There's also a pass-through for a hose. So you want to use your buddy heater. You want your 20-pound tank outside. There you go. That's what I do. Buddy heater it up. It's really nice. It's very comfortable in here. Used bigger propane systems, but they were too big. I have got a big wood stove that is also overkill for this thing, but it burns all night without me having to really touch it, so it's great. Should close these up. These, I've had it really warm in here a couple times. These kind of shrunk, as you can see. So be warned if you get it super hot, like really hot. Yeah, stuff will shrink. You can use a hair dryer and kind of warm up again and kind of rework them to kind of fit. But man, I love this tent. I gotta say, this is a great piece of kit. It does take up quite a bit of space in the trunk, although it is fairly flat. It's probably like 12 inches or so. Maybe 10 inches or so tall in the bag when it's flat. But it goes from corner to corner in my bed. Got a Frontier Pro 4X with a short bed, but it fits good from one corner to the other. Still a bit of room. Two fingers, tie on the other side. You can zip tie that, not zip tie, you can pull that closed there. Your snow flaps, essentially cover all that with snow, and they'll keep the draft out. Help keep the inside warm. So here we are. Pulleys. So these are the straps for the pulleys. They're quite hefty, I feel. Never had a problem with them, except for if you're wearing, well, gloves at all. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to get in there. These are the pull out straps. So you can peg those to the ground. You got the 4 extra screw-in stakes to go into the 4 corners. And a pocket for them to go into, which is great. And a little pulley here so you can make it longer or shorter. Now, there's 4 holes around here for your screw-in pegs. I'll offset just a little bit. It's right on the center line. But that's not. Pulleys work really well for wind. Never had a problem with it blowing down, blowing away on me. I did have one time where one corner got pushed in. That was my bad though. I didn't secure that side and I should have. I didn't expect as much wind as we got. But easily rectified. Never happened again. So there it is. Earlier I think this is maybe an 8x8. Yeah, I think I thought it was that's more than 6 feet. Yeah, this is gotta be an 8x8. Great size for one person. I'll fill you in later. My cot fits comfortably in here. My cot will fit from this end to this end. And my buddy heater or wood stove will go where I'm standing. I'll vent it out the window. I made a custom porthole for my stove, which is great. That's why it gets so warm in here. Sometimes I don't turn it down. Tons of room for gear. Great tent. A little dirty right now. I'd highly recommend one if you go to winter camping at all and you're just using like a regular tent and kind of using a bunch of blankets and stuff. And really just pay the extra money. Buy something like this, or if you're not too concerned about space, get yourself a all-season hammock. Get some gear. Get a nice warm little bundle going on. But if you want to be walking in and outside of your tent, have some windows, wake up in the morning with some heat. If you get a wood stove, you can throw your clothes on there, warm them up, make some coffee, tea, have a puff if that's your thing. Vent it at the top. You can hang lights in here as well, these poles. See? You can put some loops on there to hang stuff. I got a couple just lanterns I'll put up here. Sometimes I'll use string lights, but they're kind of a pain to get around everything, so. You can see these are tied back here, but they do kind of block a little bit of the airflow, but it's still going to come in. It's going to come in and be directed down a bit, I think. Which might be good. So don't use it in the rain unless you got a big enough tarp for it. You got a tarp right underneath you. Be smart about it. Ooh, there you go.